Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Setting myself up here. I'm so excited for today. Alright, looks like we're in pretty good orientation here. Make sure I refresh my YouTube tab here to make sure I can see what is going on. Yes. I think that's a pretty good, yeah, I like that. Alright, so I see that Nancy A is on here and so is Brandy. Today we are back to the aerial view because it's not really a 3D project that you have to see all these different angles. And this would be the best angle for this particular project. I have missed you guys. I kind of took a little bit of time off, so I was off since like Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, 3 days off. That is so weird. Hey Gabby. Hey Brandy Zimmerman. Hope you are all doing well. I've definitely missed you guys. I'm just having to take little breaks here and there. Hello Sarai. Sari. Hello Ruby. Hey Adriana. Yeah, so I've had to take little breaks just because you guys know I have PCOS, so sometimes I struggle with that stuff, and it's, you know, it's a invisible illness, so not many people know that, but it does affect your well-being and your energy and just not feeling well. So luckily I'm starting to feel a little bit better. It's kind of, you know, hit or miss, but I'm feeling better than I was this weekend. But I've missed you guys. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are doing a slightly different project. As you can see from what you're looking at, it is a Matterhorn 3D paper scene. Hello Shelly, thanks for being here. Yeah, glad to hear, Abby. Yes, taking some time, making sure that was, you know, my lesson last year is that I need to do self-care and make sure I'm okay. These are Copic markers, so I have both the Chow, which is the ones that are not refillable, and then I have the original Copic Sketch, which are the ones that are the refillable. Hola Yuyu. Hello Zuri. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. So I wanted to show you guys this. Don't worry, it's not completed. We're going to be working on it together. But I wanted to show you what the overall vision is. I am so excited. It is a totally pink Matterhorn, totally pastel. I'm super excited. This is a frame from IKEA. It is called the Riba, R-I-B-B-A. So it's a shadow box. And it is approximately, I would say, a little under 10 by 10. And I created this scene using the Silhouette software and my Cameo 4 to create the Matterhorn from Disneyland and Disney World, well, Disney parks. So I'm so excited to put it together. It's going to be a little bit more dimensional, so I'm going to have a lot of foam on this. I have my markers out because I want to create some variation in color, so there will be some shading in certain areas. But yeah, I went ahead and created this whole thing, so it even has like the bobsleds in there, and it has the name of the ride, which is the Matterhorn, of course, and I spray painted the frame to this like baby pink all the way around. So that's took me a little bit of a while. I just used some spray paint, but luckily it dried really quickly, and I think it looks so gorgeous. I think it looks gorgeous in a pink frame. It used to be a black frame, but I think the pink frame totally makes it look super gorgeous. Thank you so much, Brandy. Just popping in to say hello. Won't stop. I was going to bed. Take care. Bye, Sophie. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful night. I know it's pretty late. Next time I will be on here a bit sooner. Right, Gabby? I definitely think the pink ties it all in together versus a black frame. This will be for sale later on, but I'm excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to keep this. It's so cute. Like, I want to put it in my room. But yes, it has glass that I'm going to be putting on it. That's going to cover it up. Really, really nice. But I have been wanting to try the whole paper scene for a while now. And I thought, you know, what's better than doing a paper scene of the Disneyland rides? So I'm starting off with the Matterhorn, and I'm pretty thrilled how it looks so far. I'm pretty thrilled with creating the different layers in pink, and then, like, you know, all of it's going to be creating like this 3D paper scene. Hey Jean, hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Hi Terry. Like I was telling the girls, miss you guys. Hope you're all well. You say that about most projects. I kind of want to keep this. I do. That's a good thing, right? If you want to keep your own projects, it means that you like them and you're happy with the outcome. But I will be selling this because you guys know this is my full-time, you know, work, so I can't keep everything that I make. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys, I kind of set it up so you guys can see a little bit of what it's going to look like. But we're going to put it together. Paper piece. And then the frame. This is what holds that paper piece in place. I also kept the original frame that came with the frame. I will show you guys here. Move this out of the way. Move the glass out of the way so I can show you guys those two pieces. Hey Holly, hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Okay, so these are the two pieces. This is just the back piece, and here's the name. So a 9x9 Reba frame from IKEA, and that's the back piece. And then this was actually originally a square. I went ahead and did a very, very bad job of making a circle out of it. But that's just going to get covered up anyways. It's just to create more stability on here. So it'll be covered up by this nice, clean cut white paper. That's going to go right on top. So I wanted to show you those two pieces. Okay, so now you guys can see what it looks like here so far. So I have this blue square that's going to be the scenery, basically the sky. And then I have all my different little pieces here. There's at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus the letters. So about 13 layers of paper, and the letters are all individual. So we're going to be gluing those. We're going to be using all sorts of foam. I have all my foam here off to the side. I have mini foam squares for any tiny little details. And I'm going to be securing those more permanently with the Barely Arts glue. But before we do all that, I will be going in with the Copic markers to create a little bit more shading. So definitely something different today. I hope you guys don't mind. I've just really been diving into all sorts of different realms this time around. Oh, and I did want to talk to you guys. I know I had promised that I would be putting the giveaway / challenge this past weekend, but like I said, I had to take care of my health. But it doesn't mean I didn't work on it, guys. I have some great prizes lining up. I have been in communication with a couple companies, so I have a lot of good things in store for you guys. It's going to be both a birthday / 10K giveaway challenge celebration. So, like, to enter, anybody can enter. So it's going to be a giveaway, so anybody can enter. But if you wanted to earn more entries, that is the challenge part, where I will come up with all those different things, what you guys can do as a way to earn more entries into the giveaway. Because there's only going to be just one grand prize, and it's going to be a good one, guys, like a really good one. I'm telling you, it's going to be fantastic. Like, think fantastic and multiply that by like 10. It's going to be really, really great. I have some awesome things in store, and it's just a way to say thank you for helping me achieve my goals, my dreams. I mean, my goal for this year was to double my numbers, and we're not even halfway through the year, and that basically happened. I'm only less than 20 away from reaching my goal for this year. So you guys are absolutely incredible. You all rock. So this giveaway is as a big, big thank you to all of you, because it means a lot to me. Girly, you get yourself well, and we will wait. Thank you, Gabby. This is great. I love the variety of crafts that you share. Thank you, Holly. Thanks, Brandy. No, Monique, you're not late. I only started about 10 minutes ago. Thanks, Suri. Hey, Rhonda. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Holly. Yes, definitely goals achieved. I was very, very surprised. I'm overwhelmed by your guys' support. It's just, it means the world to me. And like I said, this is my goal. This is my passion, my life. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So, having you guys support me, and whether it's buying merch, watching, giving a thumbs up, subscribing, it all like really, really helps me out to reach my goals. So thank you so, so much. Oh, good. I thought it was at 3. No worries, Monique. We haven't even started yet. I kind of just been rambling. You said Siri, and my Siri kicked in. I said Suri. That's so funny. Can't wait for the challenge. So excited. Thanks, Terry. Awesome. Don't worry. You take care of yourself. Thank you, Adriana. Okay, so let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so we can start doing all the shading on this cute piece. Maybe a little more. That looks pretty good. And then, yes, sorry that I had to change the dates around this week. Again, it's just because I did give myself a little bit more time. And then because of that, I had to change the rest of the dates to Tuesday, Thursday, when I usually do Monday, Wednesday. This week is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Next week, it will be back to Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So I'm cutting down from 4 days, guys, down to 3 days, just because, like I said, I've been dealing with like some health issues. So cutting it down a little bit is going to help me take care of myself, make sure that I work out, that I'm not just on my bum all day, and that, yeah, that I give myself a little bit of break and catch up on everything else, because I'm behind on a few things. So thank you for being so awesome and being here, even though I changed the dates around on you guys. Sorry. I thought I had it disabled, though. Too funny, Brandy. Praise to you. Pace yourself, girly. Thanks, Holly. I appreciate it. It's just hard, you know, because it's a lifelong thing, what I have with my condition. It's lifelong, so, you know, just gotta do my best. Gotta do my best. That's what we can, that's all we can do, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Before I do that, let me kick on the AC a little stronger, because the light, the ring light, is pretty warm. So give me a second. Okay, we should be good. Grab some water while I was out there too. I get you, 100 girl, you know. Yep, I totally know you understand, Brandy. I wish the Matterhorn was pink and glittery like this in real life, right, Holly? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. That's enough rambling. We did that about for 14-15 minutes, so thanks for hearing me out, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started on this cutie. So I do have several layers of cardstock. So I have the glittery cardstock that I will not be shading. That is what's the snow cap for this mountain, for the Matterhorn. I also did that for the water to give it a little bit of variation. So those won't get marker on it. I decided to do the waterfall and the little bobsleds in the same color, just because I'm trying to go with pastels. Same with the words, the Matterhorn. Move those off to the side for now. Hello, Clarissa. Hope you're doing well. And then this is like a little cave that they're going to go in. So put that off to the side. And then that just also is kind of like the cave where the waterfall is. Then we have like several pieces here. There we are. That kind of separates our pieces a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this bigger one here, and I'm going to be creating all sorts of shading. I already have my colors here off to the side. And then, oh, yes, I do not want to color on this. This is our scenery piece. So I'm just going to put a piece of white paper here to help me do my shading. Hope you are all doing well. Is anybody else crafting? What have you been up to? I miss you guys so much. It's very nice to be here. Okay, this one might be too dark. We will see. That's a little bit closer to it. I kind of like that one. I was supposed to try to test out my markers beforehand, but I kind of ran out of time. I'll go here. Because even though you can't really go by the cap color with these, like they're a bit off, so you have to, like, you know, test out the color to make sure it's something that you like. Okay, I like that one. That's a little bit lighter. That's a bit darker. And then, let's see, this one. Yeah, no, we don't need that one either. So I'll push that off to the side, and this is just a blending marker. So, okay, that is pretty good. I'm working on Miss Mandy's swings right now. Ooh, oh yeah, she makes some super duper cute things. I love her designs. How do you like your cameo? I am loving my cameo. It's amazing. Ooh, Halloween swap. What you making, Brandy? I made Halloween stuff, pocket letters and cards. Ooh, a lot of people doing Halloween. I can't wait to dive into it, but I probably won't until my birthday month. That's usually when I kick things off for Halloween. In August. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this darker color here, just around the edges. And this is just to kind of create a little bit of shading. I'm going to say the sun is going to be coming down from this side, so I'm going to create a little bit more shading in certain areas. And then as I layer pieces, I will also be shading a little bit more, because, you know, you're going to be creating, and it's going to create its own natural shadows too, which is the cool part. So like here, I'm going to put a little bit more shading on this side. Just a tad bit more. Does anybody else dive into other things? I know that some of you follow me because of Happy Mail, but I have been noticing that in the crafty community, it has changed a little bit, which I love, because I'm an all-around crafter. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm an artist. I like creating all sorts of different things. So do you guys like dabbling into other things, or do you just do paper crafting? I would love to know what else you try. Do you crochet? Do you sew? Do you paint? Do you do modeling clay work? It's always nice to do some different things. At least that's how I've always been. Suri, what do you paint? What do you like painting? What kind of medium do you use? I like painting as well. I use acrylic paints. That's what I feel most comfortable with, is acrylic painting. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Paper and do-it-yourself projects on my channel. My latest is a Beagle t-shirt for my twins. Oh, how cute. Love it, Gabby. This is my first full swap. Going to make some sequin potion jars tonight, or at least attempt. Ooh, that'll be exciting. Yay, Adriana, all-around crafter. Love it. Love it, Suri. I usually just paper craft. I do sometimes draw and paint with my son, but I'm not good at it. It all takes practice, Monique. You know, everybody's skill set is different, but then everybody's artistic what is it, like your type of artist is very different than everybody else. I've been trying mixed media projects. It's fun. Yes, mixed media projects is a lot of fun, Rhonda. I like to do what inspires me at a time. I agree, Adriana. Okay, let me go in with my blending marker here. Is this... Oh, this is a cool gray. I actually want my normal blending marker, which I don't have here. Let me grab it. Yeah, we want a colorless blending marker, not one with a color. And this is just going to help blend everything together. And then also, if you've noticed, as things start drying, because this is alcohol based, it goes on a little bit wet. After a while it dries, and then it's definitely a lot lighter than when you put it on there, which is a good thing to keep in mind. I do junk journals, paint, mixed media, pocket letters, anything really. I don't do one specific thing. Awesome. Yes, that's exactly how I am. I've always been crafty, but I don't have an artistic bone in my body. Creative, but not artistic. Everybody's different, you know, and doing creative work in paper crafting, I would say that's artist, because you're having to pull in colors and think about combinations, and those are all skill sets for an artist. So I consider paper crafters also artists. Okay, so that looks pretty good. This is going to be placed right here, and what I like doing is kind of just offsetting it just a little bit, and that is going to you're going to be able to see a peek of the color underneath. So I'm going to put some foam squares on that. And this is just going to create a little bit of variation, dimension, and make everything look really cool once it's inside the shadow box. So that looks pretty neat right there. Let me go in with some smaller foam circles. There we are. And do the bottom piece here. There we are. That one's a little too big, so I feel like I'm going to need a smaller, maybe cut one of these. I'm still so jealous that you got some of your markers on sale. It was interesting. I really wasn't expecting to find any, and when I did, I was like, no way. Because honestly, I was going to look behind the cashier, because that's where they usually have all the Copic markers. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to go check out the regular marker section. And when I did and I saw markers, I was like, no way. That's too good to be true. And so when I asked, there was a sweet lady, a worker from there, and she was kind enough to go through basically every marker and find me some good ones. And I was like, oh, thank you. So it was pretty awesome. And actually all the ones that I found were different colors, which was really, really cool. That really doesn't happen. Yes, 97 cents at Michael's. That is the price that I got my Copic Chow ones. I already had some other ones, and some of the ones that I got were also on clearance. A friend was the one that got these for me when they were on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So I kind of like try to be a really good bargain hunter for the markers. Some of them I got like the packs of, I think it comes with 6 markers, and they're originally what, like $40 or something, 30, whatever it is. I would get like a 60% off coupon and use it on my markers. So, or if I wanted an individual marker, use a coupon on that as well every time I would go and get myself one marker at a time. So definitely bargain hunt for those Copic markers. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot that this is actually the one that goes next. Then these would go on here. So now we need to do some shading on this one. And we're not going to go as dark, so I'm going to take out one of these darker markers and start a little bit lighter. Might have to even go a little bit lighter than this. Let me double check. Yeah. So I'll take out 2 to make sure it's not too dark. It's just crazy how much those things sell for. Absolutely. But they are definitely the best markers out there. I love my Copic markers. I love the way they blend is just very nice. And of course, it depends on the paper that you get. I never really tried it on cardstock before, but it's actually working out pretty well. But for stamping, I would use the Bristol paper. The Bristol paper is the best kind of paper to use with your alcohol markers. Any alcohol marker, really. Make these shadings here a bit darker. There we are. And then extend it a little bit off to this edge, because remember I told you the sun will be coming in from the other side. Okay, going with my next shade here. And just a little bit. I don't want to go too deep on this one because it is a relatively light color to begin with. And then the last one on here, and I would go in with my blending marker here in a second. And what I can also do, which I plan on doing, is using my white gel pen to create a little bit of accents, and that's going to bring in those the shading. It'll give it some life. Move this out of the way. I don't want to make sure I don't want to get that mixed up. The cool gray blender, I don't want that. I want the colorless. And it doesn't have to be perfect. When you're creating something, like sometimes I know it can be hard. You want to be a total perfectionist. Or at least I want to be. But it's your artwork, you know? It's your paper crafting. There's no right way to do something. Okay. I think I may go in with the colorless marker a little bit deeper. And this guy's gonna get placed right here. This is next, and then we have this piece right here. I think that's looking pretty cute so far. And of course this is still kind of wet. But let me go ahead and add some foam squares to that. There we are. I will be going back to 3D paper projects next time, so that's on Thursday. Today's just something a little bit different, which I'm kind of excited about. Yeah, that's how you don't get bored, as you try different things. Thanks, Brandy. You know, it's funny, I almost feel like it's a Monday because I'm on here usually with you all on Mondays. So it's really interesting that it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. But then again, like, it's hard to remember dates right now. It still is, even though things are starting to kind of open up, all that good stuff. Not for everyone just yet. Yeah, I'm definitely have to gonna go in there and use like the glue to secure these guys in place. But for now, I just want to test it out. Okay, and you can see this is already drying, and it looks kind of like a watercolor piece, which I think is pretty neat. But now that I have the foam on there, you guys can see the 3D aspect of it as it's coming to life. Brandy, is Thursday going to be a design you created? Yes, Monique. There's all the projects that I'm creating from now on will be projects that have been designed by myself. Oh, it's probably because of the paper is wet. Yes, I think that's the reason why the little adhesive is wanting to come off, but I can glue that down. I will be putting glue anyways because I want this to last, you know, be durable. We don't want it coming apart. But I'm already liking that. I like that there's already dimension happening. I'll show you guys a little bit here of what we're looking at so far. That's how I work when I'm creating. I'll go back and forth, look at it, and be like, okay, you know, it's coming along. It's coming along, and I like that the way the dimensions are happening. And of course, I will be putting foam on the larger piece as well to bring it up from the blue piece of paper. But I think that's pretty cute. It's looking really good. You do really good shading. Thank you so much, Holly. It's also helpful to have like all the different markers that are basically in the same family group. Thank you, Gabby. Yeah, it definitely came out with a bit of a watercolor look. So I think that's the cardstock itself, because if you were to use this on like white paper, the Bristol paper, it would blend in a little bit different. So I actually kind of like that. I'm digging that. And like I said, I will go in with like a white marker to give it a little bit more of a toony look. Kind of like I did with the Jungle Cruise one. I will go in and do some little white marks for accents. Okay, so that is looking good. The next piece will be this one. So I'll move this stuff out of the way here. Yeah, and I wanted to do the shading because I didn't want it to be boring. You know, if it's just cardstock, I mean, it's still cute. Don't get me wrong, it's still cute, but when you go in and add like elements that were hand drawn or hand painted, I think it's just that much better. But yeah, a bit more chill of a Tuesday than my normal crafts. But I'm still taking it easy, so thanks for joining me. Go. So creating from scratch is much easier now than it was with the Cricut. Absolutely. I love the Cameo. I love their software. Once you start learning it, it's amazing, like the things that you can do. And I definitely can apply those. Like my ultimate goal is to get a Glowforge. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Glowforge, but it's basically kind of like a cutting machine, like a paper cutting machine, but it's for other elements or other materials such as acrylic or wood. And I can use the designs that I've already created on that machine. Like I can save them or whatever and use that on the Glowforge and make something out of wood instead. And so I'm so excited for that. Brandy. It is, I think it's great. I don't know why I didn't do the switch sooner. Like, honestly, it's a game changer. Indeed. I thought, okay, I have my Cricut, I'm good. I don't need another machine, but it's a true game changer. Perhaps you can do these things with the Cricut, but I had mine for 2 years and I never learned how. So being able to learn a whole new software and do different things has been pretty cool. Yes, I think that'd be cool. Like, you know, like the resin pieces, like, you know how people do signs or a keychain or something. I definitely want to do that. That is one of my goals, is to be able to do my designs and make like keychains and brooches and like wall decor, like, you know, magical Disney inspired wall decor. I think that would be really, really cool. I'll probably try to get one next year. Then I know with the Maker you can cut different materials, engraving and such. Yeah, with the Maker, I'm sure you have a lot of learning to do, but I'm sure you can do a lot of different things with it. It's just, you know, learning that software. Yes, Suri, I want to make brooches. I want to make like hand-painted brooches with like different elements. Basically, think of something like this, like my Matterhorn, but in a brooch with all the different layers. I think that would be really, really cool. Okay, this piece goes here. So definitely a little bit more of a watercolor look, but I don't mind. I'm actually really liking it. And then yeah, this needs dimension as well. Thanks, Suri. The Cricut program sucks. If I can figure out how to use the Silhouette program, I can make it an SVG. Yeah, I heard that if you just get the Silhouette program, you can transfer it over to Cricut. So somebody told me that I could do that as well. But yeah, the Cricut program is more user-friendly. So if you're wanting to create your own designs and stuff like that, I don't think it's really meant for that. It's meant for you to do, like, you know, regular things, like easy things. But I'm sure there's ways, you know, you can create designs, but I just never learned how. Thank you, Adriana. And yeah, this project's definitely going to require loads and loads of foam circles. I kind of knew that that was going to happen, but in order to create all that dimension, I have to use all the foam circles. I may have to go grab another pack. Let's try the medium-sized ones now. Yeah, I do need some foam tape. I agree. Well, don't I have some? I want to make sure that not all foam is the exact same width. So once I start with one type of foam, I have a feeling that I have to stick with the same foam, if that makes any sense. Because otherwise, it's not going to have the same width. So I've tried that before, but it ends up not really working out the way I wanted it to. I know I should have. I should have cut it out of a foam sheet. But I don't think I really have that much foam. So, I mean, there's different ways to go about it. I guess I'm just going about it the slightly longer way. That's okay. Wouldn't be an Abby project if I didn't go the slightly longer way. It's true, I learned the hard way, right, Gabby? Wouldn't be an Abby project. But yes, I am liking that. So cute. Okay, I'm bringing this down a little bit so you guys can actually see it. My paper has chicken pox. Rhonda. Too funny. Okay, so I think you guys can see that pretty well, right? Happy Abby accident. Yes. So you can see all those dimensions coming together. I am going to go in a little bit more deeper in here with the shading, with the markers, because I want it to look like, you know, there's a bit more shading over here. But I think next it's going to be the little cave where the roller coaster is going to go through. And that one I will use some smaller, thinner foam. I don't want the same thickness as this one. So let me grab that. Like I said, I do have like the line foam. Okay. So that's going to be our little cave, and that's where the little Matterhorn bobsleds are going to go in. So I'm going to cut this. That's a little long. Ah! I think that's pretty good. And then yes, I do want to do a little bit of deeper shading around the edges for this one, because it is a cave after all. Here we are. Has anybody ever been on the Matterhorn? I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think Disney World has a Matterhorn as well. Or I could be wrong. I think they have the Mount, was it the Everest? Nope. It keeps slipping for me. I legit have no idea what it is. No, you've never been on it or never heard of it? Yeah, it's a ride at Disneyland. It's a really fun one. Okay, that looks pretty good. I've been on the Matterhorn many times. It's a fun ride, right, Monique? I agree, Suri. And sorry if I'm making your guys' phones go off when I say her name. Too funny. Okay, so yeah, that little cave is going to go somewhere over here. So I got to move this out of the way. I don't want it to be too down low, but just enough. So maybe like right there. So I guess it is going to need a little bit more foam. just imagine being at school when it happens. It's a madhouse. Too funny. Yes, when Disneyland was open, I would go 2 to 4 times a month. Right, Monique? I would go maybe about the same, maybe a little less. Either at least 2 times a month. I won't renew my pass, though, for some time. I'm going to wait a little bit. No worries, Brandy. I'll be here. I understood what you were typing. Okay, so that little cave is going to go right there. And then that's our little snow cap. Kind of going the opposite. There we go. Bring you guys down a bit more so you can see it, or at least the project. There we go. That looks pretty good so far. And then our little sledding team will be right here. So we'll put a little bit of foam behind them. I don't know if I'll add any shading to them. We will see. Monique, you're only 30 minutes away. I'm about an hour and 15. They'll go about there, and I want to make sure that the waterfall is going to go slightly higher than they are. But not enough to cover them, just enough to be right on top. And then these pieces are going to go right here. Hey Sandra, hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. So we're doing something slightly different today. We're doing a paper scene, which is not my norm, but I figured it would be a nice break from the norm and something different. And that's going to go here. So let me bring out my paper again to do some shading. Oops. Going with the darker marker here first. Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, I was telling the girls that I'm announcing the challenge giveaway this weekend. I actually was behind the scenes doing some work on prizes and from some great companies. So I'm excited to announce that to you all. I'm still waiting to hear from a couple, so that's why I said this weekend I will be announcing it. But I'm very excited. Just insert a cart light bulb. First one fell. I'm good. Thanks. Hold on. Gee, I just inserted a car light bulb. First one fell in. Good thing to come in a pack. Two come in a pack. Oh no. I understood. It took me a while to understand what you were writing, but darn. Yeah, that's totally why they give two, in case you lose the first one. Too funny. But yeah, it's a good thing you have the second one. You have the spare. And this is our little waterfall, so I'm going to create some shading on that as well. This is B00. So I'm start with B01. Oh, that's actually dry. I need to refill that. There's some that I forget, like, hey, you need to refill that. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, and I was inspired to do the paper scene because when I did the safari one, the little jungle cruise, I was so inspired. I was like, oh, that looks so cute. I want to do a little paper scene. Brandy. There we are. And then our blending marker here. So I'll give that a chance to dry before I add the foam circles because they're not going to attach to it since it's wet. And let that cool down a little bit, like the colors, to lighten up a little bit. And while that's happening, I will start doing the shading on these two. I wish I can show you guys how stupid this looks, Sandra. I usually, we don't really replace our lights. When we go do our oil change, if they catch it, they'll be like, hey, you need a light replacement. Do you guys want us to do it? And I'm like, yeah, just go ahead. Take care of it. So we'll just have them replace our light. So we don't have to do the struggle. Yeah. I always tell them, just do it. Take care of it. Do you have it in stock? Yes, we have it in stock. Okay, cool. Okay. And create a little bit of shading. Remember, I want this side to be a little deeper. Then we should almost be done with the shading. I only need the green one after this. It should be good. You're gonna share your struggles, Sandra? Almost there. Okay, that's starting to look pretty good. Those need to dry, and these ones are pretty much there, so I'm going to create the foam on that. Here we go. So the orange bulb fell in the white light area and sent a picture to my husband. I can hear him now. Sandra. Would you ever do commissions, or do you do it as you feel creative? Sorry, most of the time it's what I feel like, you know, creating that week, and then I'll sell those projects. I don't do commissions because it can be a little hard, you know. If it's something that I feel inspired, then it's easier for me to work on that. But commissions can be a bit harder because then I have to, you know, not force myself, but put myself in a creative way of whatever the commission is, and that can be a little bit more difficult. Hashtag don't do this. Right, Brandy, for the light bulb? That's too funny. There we are. Thanks for understanding, Suri. Okay, so that's our little waterfall. And I want to add the little glittery streaks on that. I'm going to do that already. I'm going to glue those down. Since I'm not adding dimension to that. That'd be kind of crazy. They're a little on the skinny side. And the cool thing is this Barely Art glue dries clear. So if it's a little bit too much, I don't mind. That's just going to dry clear. Okay. One more glittery streak on here. Okay. Alright, so let me move this out of the way. I'll bring it back over here when we do the green, which that'll be our last shading aspect, and then it's just going to be putting everything together. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to need to add double the amount of foam circles on this one because it's meant to be a little bit higher than the bobsleds. First day of summer is coming up, you guys. That is on Saturday, I believe, is the first day of summer. So I am excited to create some magical inspired summer projects starting next week. Hey Astrid, thanks for joining. Yeah, starting next week I will be doing some summer themed magical projects. No worries. Hey Veronica, thanks for stopping by. We are making a little paper scene, so something a little bit different. And then that's going to go on here. So that's looking pretty good so far. A little different, and then when I add those white accent marks, it's just going to bring it even more to life. I'm going to put this on the paper already so we can see that. If I can, without moving everything. Okay, hold on. There we are. If you're just joining, we are making a paper scene today of the Matterhorn from Disneyland. It's like I was telling the girls, something a little bit different today. Okay, so we'll glue everything where we need it to go. But for now, we're kind of getting a little bit of an idea of where things are going to go. Okay, so let me add foam on these. So let me get my foam squares for that. One moment. Okay. I'm back. And these are a lot faster to use because they're bigger than the circles. Alright, so that's one edge, which I may add double the amount on here because I want it to be a bit higher up than the waterfall. And that's the good thing, it's a shadow box, so we want this to be very dimensional. Yeah, Rhonda, we hit 20%. Yeah, we are at 20%. You guys got it. You guys already know the drill. But yeah, next on Thursday, so the next live, I will be doing a 3D project. Meaning like, you know, kind of like the ones I've been doing last week. Finally got inspired to craft. Currently working on a concertina fold card. Wish me luck that I get the measurements correct. I've never heard of that before. Good luck. Can't wait to see. And that's awesome to hear that you got your crafty mojo back. Okay, so that's one edge. Perfect. Let's get this side. Brandy, how's the little guy doing? Is he napping right now? It's probably too late to nap. Is he just hanging out? Yeah, it would be too late to nap because you're, I think, 2 hours ahead of me, so 6:32. Right? Or are you 3 hours? Okay, then after this, we just have one more piece. Exciting. Way too late to nap. He's playing his daddy's Switch. Mario Swing Hat or something. I'm 2 hours ahead. Okay, yeah, so 6:33 over there right now. The Switch is fun. I've heard of that game before. I've been kind of wanting to get a Switch, but I really don't have time to play it anyways. I'm laying on the couch and he's tucked up in my legs, into my legs playing it. Aw, so cute. With his mama. I love the Switch and Mario. I love all the Mario games too. There you are. That's the last little piece there. So that gets placed right about there. So we're seeing it come to life a little bit. I still need to add like the accent marks and all that. I may bring these guys up a little bit more just because I have a lot of dimension here. Dimension on this side. I'm going to be bringing up this part as well. Because I kind of realized, like, I was like, oops, that's a little too much. I need to make the other ones just as dimensional. Okay, so let's add some shading on this one. I don't want it to be too dark. Yeah, that right there is already pretty dark, so I may go in. That's too blue. Yeah, I may just go in just with this one and probably try 2 passes on it. Because I don't want it to be too dark. There we are. And this one's a lot faster because it's just these little pieces. And I created some like very jaggedy trees. They totally remind me of like Tim Burton. Oh, he's playing Mario Maker? I've heard of that too, but I've never played it. You're like Oprah with them pop dots. You get dimensions, you get dimensions. Yep, I went a little crazy on that side, so I'm going to have to elevate the rest of that piece, which is okay. I wanted it to be very, very dimensional, so definitely Oprah moment. Okay. Thanks, Brandy. Yeah, because we're going for a 3D paper scene, so definitely I needed that dimension in there. Bring in this color over here. And luckily, this is our last piece that we are shading. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our dimension craziness here. You get dimension, and you get dimension. Okay, and these are a bit thicker, but it's okay. We will make it work. Also, Tim Burton, oh man, I can't wait for Halloween. I just know you'll end up doing something epic for that. I am excited. I have a lot of plans for Halloween, like a lot. They've been kind of in the back burner. I've just been gathering up all the different ideas, so I have a ton already set up. I should be jotting them down. Astrid, I talk to Astrid all the time, and she's like, you need to jot these down. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's not like I forget them. They're there. But yeah, I need to start writing down my ideas. But definitely, I am excited. Right, Monique? Okay, you sent ideas. I mean, you're welcome to, but most of them I just kind of come up with. And they're pretty exciting. But yeah, totally. Send me your ideas. I'd love to know what you got planned up in there. Okay. All the dimension. Let's move this out of here. And then I'm going to zoom you guys back out a little bit. That should be pretty good. Did the new, no, it did not yet, Brandy. I'm still working with Bonfire. But I do plan on releasing that pretty soon. I just need to make sure that everything will come out exactly like I want it to before I commit to another one. Alright, so that is looking pretty good. Like I said, I need to bring up all of this back here a bit more. And then I am going to add dimension on the back of this guy. So let's move this out of the way. Yeah, just a little bit. But they're pretty good. They already emailed me. I just have to respond back. They're really good. They have some good customer service, so it should be fine. Okay, this crazy chicken pox on my paper. So funny. Rhonda called it chicken pox. Let's move these guys here. It's the polka dots. Okay, just a little bit. I don't need all of them to be exposed because I'm just going to put a little bit of dimension right here. Where'd my squares go? Okay, here they are. Place that one here. Ah! That like foam sound makes your like bothers my teeth. It's kind of like putting, rubbing cotton together. Brandy. Maybe you should just send your paper over here. We'll have a paper chicken pox party. Yeah, see, it needs some more right here. Have you guys ever heard of those? The chicken pox parties? Okay, is that good enough or do we need even more than that? Ah! I think that's pretty good. And then these guys will be here. Alright, so now we have to do is just put things together. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I do have the words that say Matterhorn here off to the side. I'll be gluing those after I figure out what my placement's going to be. Yeah, Brandy. Craziness indeed. I am going to do a little bit shading on these. I decided that, yeah, they need a little bit of shading. My little people here. Make them to shady people. Need just a little bit. And then we'll go in with some awesome highlights with the gel pen. Put the shady ones in the crazy coaster. Yes. Okay, going with a little bit darker here. But we're pretty much done. It's just assembling this fun ride. It's like a little wall art piece. We are a little bit on that tracks right there. Okay. Aww. Hi, Richie. So cute. Okay. Let's put together this. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're going to do even more dimension, guys, because I know you're loving it. On this. We need this to be elevated from the rest of the paper. But luckily, this isn't too bad. I'll just use the squares. I'm still here driving, though. No worries, Sandra. Drive carefully. You get a square, and you get a square. Oh no. 10% everyone, so we will be on here for about 10 more minutes or so. And then I will probably assemble the rest of it off camera, but we will try to do as much as we can. See, I missed you guys. It's always a kick. This one I'm only doing one layer, so it's not going to be like multiple, like stacks. And you know what? This is my last roll of squares, and I went to the 99-cent store, and they didn't have any. I went to 2, guys. So, I'm scared. I need to find more foam squares. Especially since I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to that. Anybody want to hook a girl up with some foam squares? Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I like that. It elevated. Foam shortage of 2020, right? I was like, oh no! How is there no foam squares? So, a bit scary, indeed. that gets placed right here. So now we're starting to see the scene being built here. Oh yeah, so next we have our waterfall. Our snow cap. Sandra, I will be back on Thursday. And then we are doing a 3D paper project then. So it'll be back to you guys seeing my face and all that good stuff. Today is just something slightly different. Whoop. Go to Daiso. They have foam squares or foam circles there. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, all those crafters stuck at home. Dollar Tree has them too. Okay, I will check them out. Because yeah, I definitely need some more in my life. And that's our little cave here off to the side. Ah. Tuesday morning, that's where I get my circles. These kinds, that's where I get them from. I went to Daiso my first time and I found some cool pieces of for storage. Cool. I stuck up on the dots foam tape at Dollar Tree every time I go. I have to check it out. I didn't see any last time I was there. I have no idea, Sandra. Okay. So that's pretty much how it's gonna look. So let me, before my phone dies, let me show you guys what we have going so far. I do have to put it together and all that, so I'm gonna be doing that off camera. Make sure that the placement is good, create some accents. But I wanna show you guys a little bit of what it's gonna look like. Oops, dropped a marker. Oh wait, hold on. Hey Lana, hope you're doing well. Alright, so that's what we have so far. Then we would have our piece of glass on top. And then our actual frame piece. Trying to fit it in there so you guys can get an idea. There we are. So what do you guys think so far? Oops, we have a big glare here. So I'm going to turn this off. It's going to get a little bit darker in here. But I wanted you guys to get a bit of an idea of what it looks like. There we are. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Rhonda. But this is kind of what it looks like. It's also going to have, it's going to say Matterhorn down here at the bottom. I even have the letters that are from the Matterhorn. So they're kind of like that more squiggly, very like, what is it? Like Holland, like, you know, that kind of look to it. That'll be down here across. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Lana. So this is what it's going to look like. You can see that it's definitely all those dimensions really make it pop up and give it that super fun 3D paper scene look that I want. I may or may not decide to add a Yeti because that's the main character from this ride. So I'll have to design that. Definitely like a Maleficent style. Wow, can't type. Really cute. Thank you, Rhonda. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to thumbs it up. I will be sharing the final project later tonight, so thank you so much for joining me on a slightly different project today. I'm very excited. I think it looks super duper cute. I still have to go and add some awesome pops of accent, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I missed you guys. Yes, Brandy, have a good night, everyone. Take care. I will be back on Thursday at 1 o'clock. We are going to be making a 3D paper project then. The clue for that one is happy haunts. So if you're into, like, I won't say the ride itself, but if you're into like spookier things, that's going to be for Thursday. Bye, everyone. See you Thursday. Glad you're back, Abby. Thank you, Brandy. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay crafty. Take care. Bye.